Hey everyone. Let me sit up. Let me sit up a little bit. Alright. So, I guess the verdict is out. Alright, so on some serious. Can you turn that all the way down, baby, please? Thank you. Alright. So, this is a thing. There's a two-part to this whole thing. Alright, two parts. On one side of this situation with this Diddy case or whatever, right? The reason they let him out on some of these charges, because they was trying to put fear in me. Okay, that's really what it boiled down to. They wanted me to be afraid. They know they couldn't take him all the way off the case or whatnot. So they wanted to find a way, how can we minimize the time so that he can put fear in me so that I don't do what I need to do so they can stay in charge. However, this is the kicker. Some of these people that were so-called his friends, okay, not some, all of these people that came to these parties and stuff, when this is the other side of the coin to it. All these people, all y'all that went to these parties, that knew what he was up to and all of this stuff, but y'all was buddies, right? And when he went to jail, y'all like left him hanging. You left him hanging, your friend. You already knew in the spirit what he was, and you left him hanging. You knew what he was in the spirit, and you left him hanging. Now y'all sitting back thinking, oh, if he got away, I'm good. Psych. Nah, y'all cases are still coming. Now, guess what? You don't have that support that you had. You understand me? You chose your side, right? And then as soon as things got heated up, you jumped ship. Now, am I saying, world, that what Diddy did was right? Nah. But let's look at this as a learning lesson on how, when the good was getting good, meaning when he was out here providing all this stuff to these people, let them get their freak offs or whatever, cheat on their wives or their husbands, mix husbands and wives, husbands on husbands, wives on wives, girls on girls, men on men, and he was doing all of that. When he was providing these certain services and stuff like that, y'all was buddy. When he got those deals and stuff for y'all was buddy. Now, all of a sudden, when y'all ain't getting what y'all want anymore, y'all walk away. Ain't that what y'all done to me? Right? But this ain't about me. It's about your friend, Diddy, P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, Sean Combs. You understand? Mr. Love. I think that's what his last... He didn't get a chance to market that one at the end. But, yeah. It was all fun and games. Now, y'all thinking y'all won. Because if he can get away, you can get away. Well, that ain't the case. That's not the case. See, that was him. Now, I get to come into play. Yes, child. I get to play now. Because that part happened. Now, just let y'all know, karma is karma. You understand? He ain't really get away. So even if he go to an actual jail facility and stay for a couple of years, or even if they put him on probation or something, let him be like Martha Vineyards or something and sit in the house all day, karma is karma. Okay? He will still have to go through that. So there's no, I'm going to tell y'all this, I don't care if y'all run away and go wherever you want to go at, your bunkers or whatever. Energy is energy. Spirit is spirit. Ain't nothing y'all can do. Okay? So I don't want y'all to think he got away. Alright? He didn't get away with nothing that he done. Alright? Now, when it comes to the people on the verdicts and all of that, everybody got warnings on how they handle things and who they believed in. I tell y'all, all around the world, believe in God. Don't have fear or worry. Believe in God. So everybody's being tested. Yes, I'm saying it. Everybody's being tested. The judge and all. Everybody's being tested. Who do you truly believe in? Do you truly believe in a demonic spirit? or a godly spirit? Which one do you truly believe in? Okay? So we see how it goes. So I need y'all to understand something. I'm not afraid of him. Okay? I'm not afraid of him. I'm not afraid of y'all. And I think that's what y'all was hoping. Y'all was hoping that if he can get out, then it can shut her down. She ain't gonna say nothing because she gonna be so scared. Oh my God, he's free. Oh my God. I can't do what I'm gonna do. Hell no, I'm gonna still do what I'm gonna do. Here, there, everywhere. I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. I ain't afraid no ghost. Okay? That's all it is. It's a ghost. Why am I gonna be afraid of something? It's a ghost. It can't touch me unless I say touch me. I'm gonna add that song. What's Omarion son? Mario song? Touch. Touch. I'm gonna add that. It's a ghost. You gotta believe in it. It's that simple. You gotta believe in something for it to be real. And see, only way ghosts can get you if you believe in fear. Those just letters that create a word. And I got to accept the definition behind it. You understand? And I ain't afraid. So that didn't work out fine, good for y'all. But anyway, I'm not about to trip. It is what it is. If they let them go, if they let that situation, it is what it is. Karma, you can't run from karma. You understand me? That's fear best friend. You can't run from karma. So it is what it is. I ain't about to trip. He did what he did. He you know, the stuff that has happened to me spiritually, whatever, it happened. I'm here. I ain't dead. Okay, I ain't getting all of that. But I'm here. You know. Try it now. It can't work. It can't happen. You understand? So, all I say, world, don't even stress it. Don't even give that any energy. And I think the thing about it is y'all scared that this is going to continue on, or you scared like, is she playing us and she going to be doing some jankety stuff? I don't dabble in hate. I dabble in karma. That's the difference. Karma is different for me. I need to express this. Oh gosh, she about to get into it. Yep, I'm about to get into it. I dabble in karma. So if you go out here, say for example, I'm going to make it simple. I'm going to make it simple for you because, and then you can let your brain go however you want to go with this. If I'm walking, now I'll do this, not you. I do this. If I'm walking, right, and somehow you push me, right? You push me down. All right, I'm going to get back up. But if you walking and you don't look and there's a hole there and you fall in it, you'll eventually get back up. You get me? It's like that. Karma. So my thing is this. If you're out here in this world and you're doing jankety stuff to people, karma comes back. Okay? Karma comes back. And that's what the spiritual team is here for. Okay? That's what the spiritual team is here for. And they're handling that. So I don't want y'all to sit back and think like I'm out here like, oh, now let me explain this now. Because I don't want y'all to get too deep into it. So say for example, if someone inappropriately mess with a person sexually, I'm just calling it, if somebody rape a person, right? Does that mean that they're going to get raped? No. What will happen is they will go through a psychological issue where that image is put in their head. And it's like a flashback of that image. And then what will happen is mentally, they'll think about it as if it's them. It's like that. It's a psychological thing. That's how I operate. I'm mental, okay? So if you physically go and do something mentally, I put those images for you to have to go back through those images over and over again till it hurts. Until it borders into your head enough to the point you're like, yo, that's jacked up. But I can kind of create scenarios in ways where it's not going to physically happen to the person that you love, but it's like you got to get a person where it hurts at. So I'll put those thoughts of, what if this was your child? you done this to? What if this was your mother you done this to? What if this was your father you done this to? Whoever you care about the most. And picture, not you actually doing it, but picture how will you feel if this would happen to your family member. It's like this. When I'm going to use the Taraji thing that just happened recently, the video, the movie Straw. And there was and if I remember, I'm going to add this to it. In the movie, people was doing watching family members see that scene where the daughter died. I think that's what happened. I haven't seen it, but I seen y'all reactions and how it screwed with you, right? It's like that mentally, in a way where you got to break. You have to break. You got to have emotion, and I break that emotion so you can know what it feel like. So say for example, when that scene happened, a lot of y'all was so deep into it that you don't realize it, but you mentally picture as if that was yourself. You mentally picture if that was your own child. You mentally picture if that was something you was going through. That's the only way you can feel emotions. You have to resonate. And what happens is when people get so deep into these characters, you get to the point that when their emotions break your barriers. And now you realize, like, dag, I understand how she felt. Like, why they couldn't do more? Why they couldn't do this? Why they couldn't do that? So now when you go out in the world, when you operate, now you operate in that same mindset. Like, I can't be a villain in a person's life and make them a victim. So if this person is going through something, if she needed help in the movie, I'm not sure what fully happened, but if somebody come up and say, hey, I need help, I need to make sure I help them, because I don't want to be the thing that's in the way of them saving their child life. You get it? It's like that. I don't want to be the same. No different than John Q. I think this one with Denzel Washington. When he went into that motion of his son passed out on the baseball field, and he needed a kidney, something. He needed something. I forgot what it was, but the dad went to a point because he didn't have the insurance, and he snapped. You don't want to be the thing in the middle that causes an issue where it could be the life or death of someone else's child or someone else's life. So that's how karma works. We watch these movies, we watch these things, and sometimes it helps you to understand how to not go out here and put that energy on someone. So when you do certain things, that's how life is. It's like you keep seeing the same number, same color, same thing over and over again until it hits that nerve in your system to let you know, okay, what I did was wrong. Let me go and apologize to that person. Let me go to the police and tell them that I committed this crime. Let God please forgive me for what I done. I don't want to do this anymore. It's like that. I hope what I'm saying makes sense, because I don't want y'all to think that how is it that this one person get away and get to walk freely and the other ones don't. I'm going to tell you, mental jail is way worse than the physical jail. I'm going to tell you that right now. Because there's a lot of people that's in physical jail that is at peace than the people that's outside of it. And I need y'all to understand that. So whatever he gets away with that y'all feel like he's getting away with, he's not getting away with. And I need y'all to understand that. And for the ones that's out here, you had the opportunity to stand up and do what's right. You had the opportunity to get up and say, you know what? I'm not going to let this brother go down by himself. I was a part of these things. I was a part of these cliques. I was a part of these organizations. I'm not going to let my brother take the sentence by himself. Matter of fact, I'm going to go in and I'm going to do what I need to do. Whatever he needs for us to come together to get this taken care of, because we got a sickness. We all have a sickness right now. And because of this sickness, we are polluting the other world. We polluting people in the world because of the corruption that we're doing. And y'all could have took the opportunity and say, you know what? I did some jankety stuff. And I need to do what's right. And right now, you know what? I've been trying my best not to talk about this. But you know what? You being reckless, and I don't like the recklessness. And it's not the fact that this not Diddy, this is somebody else. But the thing about it is this: I cannot stand a person that's out here being funky and funny. It's like every time you got an opportunity to either state your piece and go and be truthful, you don't do it. But you'll sit here and play mind games. And I had did a video and then I stopped it because I got pissed off. Because you had your father to have you, the so-called baptize you, and you fell back into a color-coded pool, neon light colors with the pool, and you thought you was being funny because you think that this is a game. And I ain't gonna lie, I admire your sister, but it's messed up of who you became in this process. You think you Diddy. I'ma call it what it is. You in your head think you gonna be the next Diddy. You think you really got away with stuff. And Ray J, I can't stand your behind. I'ma call it what it is. I can't stand you right now. Because every time I turn around, when there's a case, especially when it came to this Diddy thing, every time I turn around, you've been mocking the whole situation the whole entire time. But I believe you're doing it because you are trying to that's what you're doing. You're committing suicide. And you can't take yourself out, so you hoping that you trigger me so it can happen. That's what you're doing. That's what you're doing. That's what you've been doing. When you had your hair color blonde and stuff, when you had the thick shades on, when you've been saying this little bit in here and there. See, you don't have enough of willpower to take yourself out because you've been trying to take yourself out. But you can't do it. It won't happen. It won't work. You've been trying to commit suicide. So you said, okay, since I can't do it that way, I know who she is. So I'm going to mock her. I'm going to keep making a fool out of her, and hopefully she'll take me out. Because you know what you done. Okay? Remember, y'all, when I talked about that video about Whitney Houston, and I was like, there's somebody else in the room. Oh, my God. I said, there's somebody else in this room. When I went in underneath the water and I could feel her whole thing, now I'm about to clear out. This is the ending of that situation. I knew eventually the story would come out. So this is what goes on, y'all. Okay, I tell information. Okay, I tell the information. Sometimes I might have to change up just a little bit. Just a little bit. Ray J, you the reason why Whitney died. You're the reason she died. See, this is what happened. They needed her out. Clyde Davis needed her out. Diddy supplied the drugs. You knew that she wasn't trying to be a part of that stuff, but you got in and you tried to play nice because of your sister Brandy. And that's how you came into the situation. You started conversation like if you was, resonating because of Brandy. But they told you that you need to take her out. So you became close with her. You became close with her. And acted like if you needed some type of mentorship. Oh, you did it for my sister. So you know what? You can do the same for me. Oh my God. You could do the same for me. You can be a mentor. Can I hang out with you sometimes and this and that? Yeah, let me hang out with you. I'm going to hang out with you. And you started doing your little doobly dabble. You know how you try to get the ladies. And you started, talking to her and stuff like that, pushing yourself on her. But you knew she was going through some weak moments. You start resonating with her about how the industry was and try to get in her head to see what she knew or what she didn't know and stuff like that. But there was something about a contract. They wanted her to do something, and they needed something with my energy, and she would not do it anymore. They knew who I was. They knew she was able to tap into my energy willingly. You played her. So She did her thing at that hotel. You gave her drugs. But the way you done it was, you ran the water. But it wasn't just you, it was another person. Clyde was in the room too. He was in the room too. Y'all put her in the water. Remember I told you about that boy that was like with Bobby Chris, the son. He came in, he saw her in the water and he was trying to save her, but she was sunk into the water. So the story was, it was like if he done it, but technically, because I'd say he was possessed, it was something. They did possess him. They possessed him before he got there. So when he came there, he looked like he was out of his mind. So the way it looked is when he put his hand in the water, it would look like if he was drowning her, but he was trying to pull her out of the water. But it was too late. But it was enough to look like if he was trying to drown her. And that's not the case. They possessed that boy to make him go insane. And when he went and he saw what happened to her, that's what happened. She overdosed on the drugs. But something is telling me there was more to that story. She didn't willingly do it. Y'all forced her to do it. Oh my God. You forced her to do it. You said either you go or your daughter goes. That's what y'all said. Either you go or your daughter goes. That's why she did a song, I Look to You. Because she already knew. Because I had told her already what was going to happen. She knew that this was part of her life. So, she had to take the drugs because she sacrificed her life for her daughter. She overdosed, and y'all put her in the water. See, the water is significant because of my spirit. I told y'all a long time ago that my spirit was trapped underwater. And I told y'all how my spirit, like there's days, like I can feel like if I was like, I can call for something and it feel like I'm in the ocean. I can taste ocean water out of nowhere. That's why they do the water in the pool, because they thinking that it will put me back to where I came from. That's what it is. That's why they keep, if y'all notice, a lot of people be caught in water, right? That's why. Because of my spirit, and they trying to drown me out. But that's what happened. So Clyde was in the room, Ray J was in the room, and a bodyguard was in the room. But the boy came in to try to save her, but it was too late. But they pinned it on. That's why he has a child spirit, and she knows it. He had a child spirit, and that's why it was easy to pin it on him. Because if y'all listen to how he talk, he'd be like, "Hey, mommy," and this and that, because he has a child spirit. And I know what this got to do with Diddy, because all of this ties all these different things. People can give orders. And see, that's why he got away with certain things, because he gives orders. He gives orders. That's why, that's how some of the stuff he got away with, because he gives orders. By giving order, it's up to you to fulfill those things. Don't mean you got to be in a room all the time, but sometimes you can be. But the fact that if you give orders. That's what he do. He gives orders. But yeah, Ray J, yeah. I can't stand you behind. You should have set your behind down and told the truth. But you kept going out here, because in your head you thinking you Diddy. And that ain't the case. So, back to this whole Diddy thing. Like I said, man, and he ain't the only one. The rest of them gonna go down. But I think you just been waiting for me to really just announce that part for you. That's really what it boiled down to. But you're not gonna die. I'm going to tell you that right now. You're going to go through this process, because you have done a lot of jankety stuff. Oh, hell. I'm not even going to get into that. I'm not going to do that to them. But yeah. So if he would have went down, that's okay. So I'm gonna tell you this right now. If he would have went down fully for the sex trafficking and all of this other stuff, there was people that was thinking they was gonna take his place because they would have saw how he got away and they would have did the same thing. And he's one of them. He been trying to play this innocent role. Ain't too good at it, but yeah, he's one of them. And it's a couple of more, but yeah. So, like I said, the rest of y'all still going down. Either you're going to go down through the courts or you're going down through me. Either or, I'm fine both ways. I'm fine both ways. But like I said, when it comes to all of this trafficking, all that, it's a donezo. We ain't about to have that. I'm shutting all of that down. All of it down by any means necessary. Okay, shutting it down. Whatever your sexual fantasies, that's your sexual fantasies. You understand? Whoever you want to be with. I'm not about to trip off of that. So I need to state that part. Alone, you ain't summoning souls and taking control of people's lives or putting spells on people's lives. If it's a natural, organic thing, and you have these fantasies, you can have fantasies with adults. Okay, not kids. Adults. That's what you do in your own home or whatever with your friends. That's y'all. That, whatever y'all communion service y'all receive, that's on y'all. I do state that, fix yourself, love yourself, and you can find a person that has the same type of fetishes and stuff. But as in sex trafficking, organ trafficking, kids sacrifice, animal sacrifice, we need to let that go. Let that go. Let that go. Let that go. Because karma is coming in like that now. Don't care what happened to you, okay? That's how karma gonna go, so you might as well jump on the good side. As y'all see, when it comes to me, I communicate, I talk. Y'all hear how I talk sometimes. I can talk a little bit on the freaky side. I can curse and stuff. But if y'all notice, I talk out of love. That's all it really boils down to. Treat people with respect. Love one another. It's that simple. You understand? If you want to know how to live this world, treat everybody if it's you. Every single person in the world. Pretend that the whole world is nothing but you. You ain't going to disappoint yourself, are you? You ain't going to mistreat yourself, are you? You ain't going to sit back and try to kill yourself, are you? If everybody was you, just look at the world like that and you good to go. You understand me? That's it. Treat people with the utmost respect and love. You understand? And then you can survive out here. You can win out here. You can live out here. You understand? But like I said, no one is getting away with nothing. So don't sit back and protest. And we ain't got time for another protest. You know how much gas is. How you see how high the gas is? And y'all over here want to go protest something. Come on now. Come on. You don't even want to go down the street, 5 minutes down the street. But y'all driving all over the world to protest something. Come on. Come on. Let it go. And shucks. It is what it is. Everything gonna work itself out. You just gotta believe it's gonna work itself out. What else? For the victims in the situations, I know y'all probably feel like this is not a victory. It's a victory. Don't self-defeat. It's still a victory. You're alive. You understand me? You may be bruised, but you're alive. You up, you moving. You understand me? They may have taken some things from you. They may have cut your careers off a little bit. They may have had you to do some things that, especially the men, you might have done some things that you regret and you wish that you never done. It is what it is. And I know it's like, how you gonna say that? Well, put it like this. That could be your everyday life. Okay, it's not. You made it. You made it through. You made it through. You got through it. Now I understand some of y'all, especially the men out here, because there's a lot of y'all. It's a lot of y'all. Okay? It is. Especially the men. I know a lot of y'all question y'all sexuality. Some of y'all feel less than a man out here. Some of y'all feel like you are a disgrace to society and stuff, for the ones that was, manipulated or taken advantage of. You're still a man. Stand up as one. Don't let something like that control you. Life happens. The main thing is you're alive, you're moving. If anybody look down at you, then they ain't on my team, okay? They ain't on my team. I'm not looking down at you. And even if the situation caused you to start feeling like you like men in the process, it is what it is. You understand? It is what it is. So now, maybe you do like guys now because, you know, your bell got jingled a little bit differently than it normally gets jingled. Okay? It is what it is. Do that mean that I'm going to look at you sideways and look at you like you're the disgrace of society? No. You're just a human being that went through a horrible experience. Now, understand what the experience you went through, heal from it, love yourself, and now decide what you're supposed to do. It's that simple. You understand? Do I agree with same-sex, relationships? No. But I understand. I've been down that road. I understand. Because when you're like for me, in my life, because of these spells and because of the stuff they did, it made me question my sexuality. Once that sexuality peak and you have experience on certain things, it's hard to walk away from because now you know something different that you didn't know before. It is what it is. That goes for females and men. It is what it is. Now you know something. It's like another type of forbidden fruit. You know you don't supposed to touch it, but sometimes you want to look at it. It is what it is. Y'all can call me bi, gay, pan, L, G, B, and T. I don't care what y'all call me. I'm just a person that went through some things that I may not understand. But at the end of the day, love is love. You understand? Am I promoting it? No. I'm not promoting it. Okay? But at the same time, I love me, and I know that I know what I want. You understand? I'm into men. I'm one. I don't see the rest of y'all. It's like, where are y'all at? I don't see you unless it's that one. Okay, that's it. But I want you to understand, men, I get it. Because it's even for myself as a female. Yes, and I'm stating this, even as a female. Because I love so much that beauty is everywhere for me. Okay, do that mean I want to touch? No. Do I want to be in that situation? No. I'm glad with where I'm at. But I cannot sit here and say that I don't look. I'm just like a man, just like a female. We all see things. But I know that ain't where I want to go. Just like y'all. It's because you have had those experiences. So sometimes your brain can take you back to something, to a moment that you may felt like you wish never happened, but it happened. It's a feeling that you never felt before. So my thing is this, you just got to know who you are on the inside. And whatever decision you make, be proud of it. That's it. Don't promote it, but be proud of it. And what I mean don't promote it is we have kids out here. Let these kids be kids and let them find their way. That's it. But that's the life you live, then live it. Okay? Does that mean you can't get in heaven gate? The only way you can't get in heaven gate if you put hate out here. That's it. If you put hate. Okay? Again, when it comes to the LGBTQ and all of that, look, a lot of y'all, 90% of y'all are traumatized and went through traumatic situations somewhere in your life. I advise you to love yourself so you can actually be with the right person you're supposed to be with. That's all I ask of y'all. Be with the person, because a lot of y'all don't supposed to be with the same sex. You understand me? A lot of y'all supposed to be with the opposite sex. Okay? Technically, everybody in the world supposed to be with the opposite sex. Okay? But, I ain't got time to be up here looking at underneath everybody's sheets and seeing that ain't the one. I ain't got time for all of that. Okay? I don't know why I said it like that, but it is what it is. But, the other part to it is, if you with someone, and I'm not saying promoting this either or anything, everybody got their fetishes and they got their stuff, but if you are with someone that understands what you went through and understand that situation that is of the opposite sex, who knows, they might be able to assist you with those fetishes, I guess you want to call it, because when you dabble with the same sex, I call that a fetish. So if you out there when you want to dabble into those fetishes, there are people that understand that and vice versa. Okay, so when you are with the opposite sex and they doing it, then that ain't it is what it is. How can I say it? But back to all of this, again, I'm not promoting that organization either. I'm just saying, man, life happens. Okay? And for the people in the world, when y'all start finding out more about the ones that have been through this process or whatever, because there's more information about to come out. Not saying per se me, because, a lot of truths are being told. If you do see these people, especially these men, and they've been through these things, or they decide, you know what, I want to be honest to the world about what I've been through, don't look down at them. And the reason why I focus more on the men on this part, because for some odd reason in this world, when two females together, everybody and their mama love that. Not saying everybody, but you get what I'm saying. It's not abomination, but when two men together, it's an abomination to the world. It's like a nuke that went off. But the thing about it is, if somebody does come up and state these things about the traumatic parts of their life and the things they went through, don't take that man card away from them. Okay, we all learning. Even myself, I'm still learning about who I am. So if I ain't judging them, y'all shouldn't judge them either. Let them grow through this process. Let them heal through this process. Because if the shoe was on the other foot, you will want somebody to do the same for you. And as of other men, don't look down at them because they went through that. You don't understand something until you've been through something. Do you understand me? So don't sit back and say, oh, I don't want to hang around this person because they like this. They might look at me this and that. Well, but like I always say, if you are in fear of it, and 9 times out of 10, it's something you might be interested in. Because you shouldn't be afraid of somebody because of their sexuality or because their religion or their race or their origin or whatever. Okay? When you in fear, it's because you're intrigued. There's another thing on it. Why are you afraid of something that you never experienced? Okay. And I know you probably, well, what about rape? Well, at the end of the day, if a person became one or been a victim of it, along they went through the healing process, don't judge them. You don't know what a person's past was and what put them in those positions. Am I saying that it's okay for us to do these things? No. But at the same time, if a person going through a healing process, allow them to heal. If they want to smile and smile through the pain, allow them to smile. Don't keep having people stuck in their traumas because you want to be traumatized. Okay? Let people heal the way they need to heal. All right? But again, I'm about to close this out. But again, for all these people in the world that done wrong and did part of these things, and even the victims, as like your kids was kidnapped or your kids was taken and hurt or harmed, I understand this is a hard time, but you got to continue living life. Their spirits are still out here. For the ones that have passed away, their spirits are still here. But if you're so focused on the past, you're going to miss the present. Because a lot of times, these, like I told you in my other video, these spirits could be back into your family. So when that child is born, that could be your child. You understand me? Or that family member that passed away through somebody else. You understand me? That friend that can walk up out of nowhere that you felt like, dad, well, I feel connected to this person, could be that person that passed away. You understand? But you ain't going to know until you look within. Because once you look within, then you get the true vision of what's out here. All right? So again, like I said, I ain't tripping with the case with him. It is what it is. If that's the way they want to do it, can I give a choice? If that's the way they want to do it, so be it. He ain't getting away with nothing. Let y'all know that. So I don't care if you see him with a smile on his face 24/7 like a Chester cat. At the end of the day, he's getting his no different than everybody else getting theirs. And Ray J, man, look. It's time to heal yourself, child. Okay? It's time to heal yourself. Alright? And the only reason I'm going to say this, for the ones before y'all, come at him, and I know your sister been trying to talk to you for a long time, ever since you was a child. But just to let y'all know, he was traumatized as a child. Okay? And he could never tell y'all. He could never tell y'all. But I'm gonna tell it out because apparently you need it. You need this how can I say it? You need his help right now. So, because you've been asking for it, so I'm gonna help you out. So for the Norwoods, I need y'all to know when he was a kid, when y'all was focused on Brandy, he was traumatized. Okay? And he didn't know how to express it. As a child, he was traumatized. Something happened to him. And that's why he became a party animal and all of this other stuff. And he always tried to try to get himself right. But y'all gotta remember, when people don't know how to walk away from trauma, especially when the light is on them all the time, what happens is they gotta put a facade on because they don't want people to see them hurt. They don't want people to see them in pain. And he didn't. A lot of times people don't know how to express, hey, something really bad happened to me. People don't know how to do it. That's why people get on drugs. That's why people start becoming alcoholics or sex addicts. Because they need something to take the pain away. But it never takes it away. So a lot of times when you got upset with them and different things like that, it's because something bad happened to them when y'all wasn't around. When the family was focused on you, Brandy, yeah, they got to him. They got him, unfortunately. And he tried to get away to tell somebody, but they blackmailed him. They blackmailed him. And then once that happened, that's why he was stuck in that lifestyle. Okay? And that's why he been in that lifestyle, because he had to be a promoter. He's the promoter. Okay? Everybody has a job. He's a promoter. He promoted that lifestyle. He's a promoter. He's the one to get all the females and bring them all together, to get them hyped up. And then some stay, some go to these other events and things and stuff like that. He's a promoter. That's why he was in the spotlight the way he was. If y'all ever look at it, his personality and Diddy's personality are basically about the same. They're the same. He mimics him. Okay? He mimics him. But just like a lot of these people, some of these people was traumatized, and some of these people put trauma on other people. He was traumatized as a child. And he had to become the promoter. He had to do what he had to do. Not because to me, he didn't have to do it. But to him, he felt like he had to do it. It was to protect you. Yeah, oh my goodness. It was to protect you, Brandy. Your connection to Whitney wasn't just a connection to Whitney. Think about all the videos I've been doing. Y'all been tied together. She's the older version, you the younger version. That's why y'all been attached. He was protecting you the whole time. Because they wanted you. Because they already knew that. Look at your storyline. Look at the TV show you done. Look at the music and everything. No different than Whitney. No. Yep. He been protecting you the whole time. They've been trying to come after you. They wanted you. Okay? But he did a trade-off. And he was like, if y'all get me, then y'all gotta leave her alone. I'll handle this. Ooh, I can feel. I'll handle this. I got this. Leave her alone. Just leave her alone, and I got this. Okay? Whatever y'all want, whatever you need, y'all not gonna mess with her. Leave her alone. I got this. All right? Y'all want the females? I got this. I'm gonna get the females. I'm gonna bring them to the parties. I'm gonna get them. I'm gonna get everybody you need. Okay? I got this. He was protecting you. And he was trying to protect Whitney. But he was so far deep with the stuff that he was scared he was going to go down. So when it came to Whitney, that's why he did what he had to do. Because they told him it's either her or you. That's why. It was either her or you. So, I want y'all to, I'm not saying what he did to Whitney was right. But this is how trauma works. This is how trauma works. And, okay, cause I feel like Bobby is like, but what about my daughter? When it came to her, she was going to tell, because she found out what happened. So, they ended up still take her out anyway. That's why she still went down in this process. This whole case, you know, it's so crazy. A lot of this stuff is tied because of her. It's her, Michael Jackson, Tupac, Biggie, Left Eye, and it's somebody else. Those are the main ones right now. DMX. Yep. Because all of them, majority, like they all was the people that I gave the energy to. See, I told y'all in this situation, there was people that stole it, and there was people that I gave it to. Those are the ones I gave it to. I gave it to all of them. If you notice, every single one of them announced that they was dying before they died. Every single one of them told y'all, I'm about to die. Aaliyah is the other one, and Aaliyah. In some form or fashion, every single one of them told that they knew when they was going to die. Because in the process, I had to prep them. They already knew all these people was going to do these things. And I know y'all like, well, why didn't let them live? It was part of their journey, no different than mine. I died so many times. And there's other people, but those are the main ones. But yeah, yeah, their lives were sacrificed to save y'all's, the world. They sacrificed their lives. They already knew what their missions was. They already knew. So this is what I'm going to do. What do you think? Okay. Because you know a little bit more than I do. This is what I'm going to do. Ray J. It's up to Bobby. Okay? It's up to Bobby Brown and his family if they want to press charges or not on you. Okay? It's up. Give me a second. Okay, I feel your energy. It's up to them. Alright? If Bobby Brown want to press charges, he has the opportunity to press charges on you or forgive you and move forward. Okay? Now, I need him to understand in this situation, no matter what you decide to do, he still got to go through karma. Okay? But I'm going to deal with him. Okay? I would deal with him personally. Alright? He's going to make his wrongs right. Okay? But he was traumatized. Because the family was focused on Brandy and them, Diddy got a hold of him. Okay? So once that happened, because of him being in the limelight, because of the situation, and he tried to tell people, but every time they just looked at him as, like, you need to be like your sister type thing. People can't listen when you keep comparing somebody to someone. It's hard for a person to be able to talk, especially when everybody keep looking at you up to a certain standard because of how she is. And I'm not saying this against you, Brandy, at all. You did what you're supposed to do. But this is what happens to a lot of people in the world. When you have that sibling that has that good personality, not saying like that sweet personality that's, try to do what's right, and then you have that one sibling that does wrong all the time. They keep comparing you and not realizing that person is a whole nother person. You got to handle them differently. And because of that, every single time he tried to tell somebody, he looked at, I got to be just like her or be like you. And then when it comes to the people around him, he was always around people that was on that dumb time stuff. So it's like, who can I run to? You understand? And then y'all got money. If he did tell somebody, they would exploit him. So who can you run to? You understand? I'm not giving no excuse, but literally that's how it goes. He would have told somebody, they would have went and tried to get money off of him. Then that would have caused risk back into your situation. That would have made it worse. So in his scenario, he felt like he had to do this because he had no other options. So that's what's going to happen. So like I said, it's up to Bobby and them what they decide to do too, if they decide to press charges. Because I'm telling you exactly what happened. Okay? And so far, I've been 100% right on everything I've said. Okay? So, if he doesn't, I got you. Alright? We're going to get you. I'm going to get you on the right track. Alright? Because you was traumatized. And you didn't have nobody there for you. I'm not saying family ain't, good peoples. Everybody got their stuff. But, you was like a sheep and the wolf came in and got you. Baby, can you turn it down for me, please? Was that the game? Okay. So, that's what that is. I don't know how. Yeah, that's the game. Okay, it's alright. But yeah, so, I don't know how I got onto you. Yeah. But, don't think you got away with it. But I got you. I'm gonna get you taken care of. Karma, you gotta go through some stuff. Okay? But just let you know. Everyone else, like I said, for anyone that has been traumatized, wherever, well, handle it however it need to be handled. If you done something towards a family, if your situation was like his, and you done something to someone, it's up to the family to decide if they want to take press charges or not on that. Now, if you was a part of the stuff when it came to me, that's something totally different. I'm handling that differently. Not everybody going to court, 'cause I ain't got time for all of that. But you're going to just transfer some stuff over to some different people, and that's how it's going to go. But yeah, I ain't got time to have everybody in the jail cell. Some of y'all are. The really bad ones are. But for the other ones, I probably just transfer names over for certain things. Company name, put people in different positions. Just like that. Move people around a little bit. But again, y'all, everybody been through something one way or another. Again, I'm not sitting here giving the kudos or anything to anyone, but I'm just saying it's time for the world to heal. And when it comes to karma, y'all don't worry about that. I got it. On that note, y'all have a blessed day.